Just a few months ago, an incident occurred at a previous high school that I attended. The teacher, Miss Lynette Trotter, found out that some of her actions shown towards a student actually sparked an investigation amongst other staff and students. Come to find out, she was having sexual relations with this student. She found out also, if she would have used gender-neutral language in the beginning, she may not have been caught. Due to her negligence, she lost her job, her family, and is going to do possible jail time. The Archdiocese of Baltimore has taken this into a serious consideration due to some of the previous acts that have happened in the past.
What do you think gender-neutral language is?
Language that equalizes both men and women.
Is it like language that both male and female feel comfortable saying, or like relates to both of them?
I would say it's like not saying like a guy or a girl. It's like using. I lost it.
Gender-neutral language is defined as a form of linguistic prescription that aims. Neutral language is defined as a form of linguistic prescription that aims to eliminate references to gender in terms that describe people. Pretty much back in the day, in the 50s or 60s, you had terms like fireman, policeman, mankind, and amongst any other terms that were used to describe people as a whole. But in today's society, you now have a very self-conscious society, a society that's very driven to push equality. So in doing so, we've come up with the term gender-neutral language to eliminate mankind and come with humankind, eliminate policeman, come with police person, or a fireman, or police officer, or firefighter. I think that there's nothing specifically wrong with gender-neutral language in itself, because I understand that people want equality in its fullness and in its wholeness. And women in particular, have fought for their rights to be equal to men, because they felt that back in the day they weren't equal to men. So I understand wanting to have a gender-neutral language, but I don't believe in going as far as to change just regular terms like freshman to become a newcomer, or referring to mankind as humankind. It's kind of wishy-washy, because mankind is really just a term for everyone. So it has its pros and cons.
Personally, I think gender-neutral language is something that's just a part of everyday society. Everyone has grown up with gender-neutral language because of how things were hundreds of years ago. Taking it to an extreme sense, like editing the Bible or the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, isn't necessary, because we all know that it applies to everyone. Yes, women deserve equal opportunity and rights and recognition, and that's acceptable, but it doesn't have to be taken as far as it is now.
Gender-neutral language. I personally don't see a problem with the way it is now, but that being said, I do respect the females who have a problem with it, because they are being excluded in some language or some form. So, yeah.
About gender-neutral language.
I think that I would say that gender-neutral language is a response to a symptom or a very small aspect of a much bigger situation. It's a step in the right direction, I guess, but I think that there are more serious aspects of the problem that we could be addressing. So I would say that I am on the fence to faintly favorable toward gender-neutral language, but I think that there are more important things to think about and talk about.
How I feel about gender-neutral language? I mean, I'm fine with it. I accepted it. It's the way society has been shaped for years, even before me and my peers were around. So I know society is always changing and adapting, but it's for a reason that gender-neutral language has stayed and ran its course. To the women that feel disrespected by it, put up with it. Thank you.
I would say keep it how it is because I don't think it means like man as in like man as in male. I think it means man as in like mankind. So that includes females and males, mankind, human.
Yeah, I would say keep it the same too. Number one, because I personally don't feel that it's that big of a deal. And to go as far as changing the Bible because a woman feels as though that the Bible is like directly speaking about a man, I just don't think it's that serious.
In conclusion, gender-neutral language still plays a big part in our society, whether you like it or not. As things do in culture, it is continually adapting with time, but it's a reason why it stands. And on behalf of the greatest group in this class, this is our gender-neutral language project.